Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Pittsfield Suns pregame show on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
Galbraith with a 1-2 as this one's lifted into left center field. Going back as a center fielder. This one's going to go behind his head and 1 run will score. Running second now is going to be Kevin Donati, and he's going to be running third. Going all the way to second base is now going to be Janowski. He's going to stay put. No throw. And that is a 2 RBI 2-bagger by the second baseman, Brandon Janowski. And the Suns now lead it by a score 6-2.
Now we're going to take you to the birthplace of baseball, Pittsfield, Massachusetts, and Paul Dowd Field at historic Wahconah Park.
Here again, the payoff. High fly ball down the left field line. Going back here is Maduri towards the warning track. Gone! Pittsfield Suns tie up the ball game with a clutch 2-run homer by Connor Moriarty.
Now here's your host for Pittsfield Suns baseball, Billy Madewell and Andrew Belarger.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to Paul Dowd Field at Wahconah Park in Pittsfield, Massachusetts, as the Pittsfield Suns get ready for their continuation game, game 1 of a scheduled doubleheader against the Martha's Vineyard Sharks. Good afternoon, or should I say good early evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Billy Madewell. Thank you so much for making us a part of your evening and late afternoon. My name is Billy Madewell. Alongside me, as always, Andrew Belarger. This is going to be a little bit different of a script because of Monday's game being suspended. Right now, it is going to be the Martha's Vineyard Sharks who are the home team. The Pittsfield Suns are the away team. There's 2 men out. Dave Matthews is on second base. Dylan Faircloth, the number 6 batter, will be due up. Suns lead it currently by a score of 3-2.
Continuation baseball, but we get to play 2 today as well.
Yeah, due to some technical difficulties. If you're watching this one online on Point Streak, you are not going to see a correct scoring. That being because the transfer from the Martha's Vineyard Sharks scoring team, unfortunately, did get corrupted. We're looking to grab that one with the support team. But that's enough about the bad news. The good news is, Andrew, this is the first doubleheader of the season at home for the Suns.
Well, a doubleheader, yes, but of course, this is a continuation game. We're essentially right smack dab in the middle of a normal 9-inning baseball game. And correct me if I'm wrong, Willie, but I do believe that game 2 will be a somewhat shortened 7-inning version.
Yes, it will for any doubleheader. This is a continuation, so you cannot make that short. You have to make it the full 9, but because game 2 is going to be played the same day, that has to go down to an NCAA rule 7-inning scheduled baseball game. The minimum, if the home team is up, is 4.5 innings. The minimum, if the away team is up, has to be 5 full innings. We are through 4.5, and the Suns are up 3-2. They are the away team here. Leading off is going to be Dylan Faircloth. Again, we do not have any scoring updates from what happened earlier on in the game. All we know is that there's 2 men gone. Matthews is on second. Faircloth is at home, and Ebert is pitching. And for the continuation, we start. Breaking ball just misses the outside corner. This ball game, or continuation, continuing at 4:59 p.m. Count is 1-0.
Taking a look at Faircloth, a 288 hitter, barring any stats that we may have missed from the earlier portion of this game. He's at 2 homers with 16 RBI, which leads the team.
Count is up now 2-2, as the pitch was exactly that, in up. So 2-0 is the count. Suns scoring 1 in the first. Martha's Vineyard scoring 1 in the third and fourth. Suns scoring 2 here in this inning, the top of the 5th. Again, there's 2 men gone. Matthews is at second base. The Suns are the away team in this half game. Should say continuation game. Pitch is in there on the outside corner off the hands of Ebert. The count is now 2-1.
And have a look at Matthews. He's been really roaming off the plate, off the second base bag for some reason. Doesn't look like he's trying to threaten to steal, but if you look at him, he's really off the bag.
Ebert has a sign. Second baseman creeping up. Here's the pitch. That one swung on foul back, and we'll go now to 2-2. The game was rescheduled due to rain, and it was suspended because the game did not go the minimum length that it needed. It'll be a 2-2 count.
Well, it's actually really close to doing just that.
Here's the pitch. This one popped up in the air. This one going into shallow center. Taking in is the center fielder, and he will make the catch near his knees. So for that is going to be a flyout. That is going to end this inning. We are going to keep it here because, again, ladies and gentlemen, this is a continuation game of Sunday's game. That is the reason why the Pittsfield Suns did not have a doubleheader yesterday in North Shore, which it should have been, but there's no way in any league you're going to have back-to-back doubleheaders.
That would be quite, I don't know, taxing, if you will. To play essentially 16 innings 2 straight days. In fact, when you think about it, the home run derby was introduced in place, of extra innings, primarily to prevent things from that from happening.
I believe the starter of this contest, that was Joey Rogers, and now it looks like Gage Feeney is returning. He's going to relieve here. Remember, last time Gage Feeney was on the mound, it was an away game, and he only lasted a couple pitches. Then he had to leave due to back spasms.
It's good. It's good, that, of course, to see Gage Feeney back up and at him. And having a look at his stats, of course, as Billy mentioned, only a very abbreviated outing in his most recent appearance. So the stats are a little bit wacky because of that. But anyway, as a whole, 4 starts, 20 innings pitched, 21 hits given up, 7 earned runs on 4 walks and 10 strikeouts, with 2 winning decisions and a very solid 3.15 ERA. Looking ahead to tonight, Billy, I know that off the air you mentioned that tonight the weather could interfere with affairs here at Wahconah Park, but it is worth noting precipitation is set at 51% for 7 p.m., which is roughly around when the beginning of Game 2 will be. So, that's just something to keep an eye on as we progress.
So if I have this correct, of which I don't, I can guarantee that. Actually, I do believe I have it correct. Defensive alignment for the Suns. I believe that's Simeone behind the plate. Kalumovic at third, McHale at short, Nunez second, Sullivan at first, and from left to right, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that is Matthews, Shade, and Faircloth. Yes, that is the case.
And playing off of my earlier point, it is only 51% precipitation at around 7 p.m., but 1 hour later, we bound to run into some issues as that rises up to 87%.
So we're going to start the bottom of the 5th with the number 9 hitter. This is number 26. And this is Ben Dickey, and here is the first pitch he sees. He wants to hold off on the pitch and see a first pitch called strike, and the count here is 0-1. Next pitch, that one's ripped foul behind home plate.
Almost hit me on deck man as well.
Well, the good news,
kind of scatter out of the way.
Yeah, jumping out of his way. Not necessarily jumping for joy, but the good news is he's unscathed. With the nod, Feeney has a sign, and here's the 0-2. That one bounces in back to the backstop, and it's 1-2. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is a continuation game from Sunday. This will be Game 1 of a doubleheader. Game 2 will be a 7-inning contest. This Game 1 will be a full 9-inning contest. Feeney shakes off the sign. Disappointed with the second. Now here's the pitch. That one, a line shot, just fouled, just past the glove of Jack Kalumovic, who nearly had it.
Trying for a Dustin Pedroia-esque play out there in foul territory, but just a little bit short.
So we will go again to 1-2. With the nod, Feeney has a sign, and here's a 1-2. This one, a chopper, 2-hopper, heading over to short. McHale throws over to first in time. 1 gone.
McHale kind of throwing a bit of a curveball over there to first. Throw started off a little bit high, but it really synced and had a lot of cut to it. Very interesting throw on to first.
It's now going to bring up the center fielder number 2. This is Nelson. Here's the pitch. Oh, beautiful. Slow curve there from Feeney. Right in there, called strike. Here's the windup and the pitch. Well outside there. Finney spun around and slipped a bit. Count 1 ball, 1 strike.
Nelson, a .347 hitter, 17 of 49 in the season with a homer and 7 RBI.
Here now the 1-1. Again, well outside. 2-1 is the count. Here's the next pitch. That one chops foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 man gone. Just getting underway here at Wahconah Park because, again, this is game 2. Or, excuse me, game 1. It's a continuation game of Sunday's road game against the Martha's Vineyard Sharks. They are the home team in this scenario. Here's the 2-2. That one's going to hit him. And that'll put Nelson on first, and you do not want to do that with Nelson's speed. Bring up the left fielder, number 10, Shapiro.
Leading the team by far with 10 stolen bases. Billy is absolutely correct.
Feeney checks on first. Now the pitch against the lefty on the inside corner. Called strike 0-1. Cloudy, not really too cold day, but definitely windy. You can definitely feel it.
Thankfully, a sun delay is really well out of the realm of possibility, although we may be experiencing a different form of delay later tonight.
This one is pushed right into left field. Matthews gathers that one on a 1-hop, and that is a single for Shapiro. Now runners on first and second. Bring up second baseman number 21, Coolwick. It is 3-2. The Suns lead it here in the bottom of the 5th. Here's a pitch from Feeney. This one's a high pop-up going into shallow left. McHale calling everyone off. He will make the grab for the second out of the inning.
A good key second out with a runner in scoring position.
First baseman number 41, Eric Fago, will dig in now. I believe this is the second game in the Suns' history that they have been the away team at home. I'm thinking 2012 was the last time. Pitch is fouled back. 0-1 is the count here to Fago. Time is called. Looks like there was something obstructing near the on-deck circle. It's an 0-1 count. 2-man gone. Runners on first and second. The tying run is on second. It's the bottom of the 5th. Oh, whoa. Big swing and miss there from Fago.
Literally tying him up right there and actually tripping over an awful swing, really, really low, very, very early. Clearly had no idea where that one was coming.
Especially on how slow it was.
That may have actually been the worst swing I've seen all season. I think it actually was. What a great pitch.
Yeah, Fago literally swung out of his shoes nearly. Definitely got tripped up on the play. And Feeney pulled the string in more ways than one, as this one is a slow popper going up towards first base in foul territory. And Sullivan is right there to make the grab in foul territory. So that is going to end the bottom of the 5th. I know it's very odd saying that with the Suns. They're the away team. But we go into the top of the 6th. The Pittsfield Suns, they still lead it by a score of 3-2. And again, we're going to keep it here just because of how interesting this baseball game is. What other games that are happening around the FCBL? I know, again, of course, this is a continuation game, so there's yet to be game 2. But what else is happening in the FCBL in terms of outside of the doubleheader, Andrew?
Well, we have our games here today, and we also have a game going on in Brockton with the Rocks hosting the North Shore Navigators, and the Worcester Bravehearts will play a game in Muzzy Field against the Bristol Blues.
Yeah, this is going to be a hard one to score. Yeah, really hard one to score.
You're missing about half of the entire game there, Billy. I don't blame you.
Yes. Well, if there's any consolation prize, we have now completed what is technically the bare minimum.
Well, we are going to be dealing with plenty of rain later tonight, but not for a few hours, so I don't think that's going to impact this game here.
Yeah, we don't want either game to finish, because if this game finishes right now under 9 innings, then that means game 2 won't happen. That one's actually going to get canceled, because today is the last time that the Pittsfield Suns and the Martha's Vineyard Sharks face off against each other in the regular season. All right, now top of the 6th.
Well, with an 87% precipitation rate tonight at around 8 p.m., it might be something we end up having to face.
The pitch was low for a ball, 1-0 to the shortstop, number 5, Brian McHale. It's the number 7 batter here in the top of the 6th. That one ripped foul, third base side.
McHale,
and we now go to 1-1.
A .293 hitter, 22 of 75, played in 20 games, second to just Dylan Faircloth at that figure. A homer with 9 RBI, but 11 strikeouts, and in addition, a team-leading 5 errors committed in the field.
Here is Ebert, as that one's flared foul first base side. I don't think I could have any more alliteration in that sentence if I wanted to. It'll be a 1-2 count. First pitch ball, next 2 are foul. Ebert is going to step off. He wants to go over the pitches once more. As this one's in on the hands and a slow squibber towards second. A throw over to first in time. 1 man gone here in the top of the 6th.
I know his body language might not have portrayed it very much, but McHale was very, very aggressive in that at-bat. And he just sort of freely swung at some of that stuff. And that one running very much in on the hands, well out of the zone. McHale very early on the swing. Really had no chance of contributing with a swing like that.
This is now going to bring up third baseman number 1, Jack Kalumovic, batting from the left-hand side. Here's the first pitch. That one is outside for a ball. Count here is 1-0. Here is the 1-0. That one off the end of the bat. Another slow squibber towards second. A glove, a throw, and out.
Pretty straightforward, really. Some pretty easy fielding plays there for the Martha's Vineyard infield.
At least looking easy, but for the second baseman there charging, able to make that play, both there for Kolwick. It's very hard to charge it and also make a accurate throw. Here's a number 9 hitter, catcher number 19, Severino Simeone. And today's his 21st birthday, so happy birthday, Savvy. Pitch is low for a ball, 1-0. Here's the next pitch. This one is pulled towards third. Bobbled there by the third baseman. A throw over to first, not in time. That one's going to go down as an error on the third baseman.
Error for sure. Bob really had a lot of difficulty there in the infield. It kind of just ate him up. It hit him in the glove, it looked like, but he just simply didn't corral it effectively, and it just bobbled in and out of the glove.
It's going to bring up the leadoff hitter, center fielder number 18, Shad Shade. So runner on first, 2 men gone. Sevy over on first. Here's the first pitch. That one outside for a ball. Count here is 1-0. Albeit, of course, it being Severino Simeone's 21st birthday, I have a feeling that he hasn't had any adult beverages today for obvious reasons with a doubleheader.
Yes, that would be difficult to contend with if you're playing a baseball game.
Here's the 1-0. This one, another shot over towards the second baseman. Scoop throw over to first, and that's going to end the inning with the second baseman, Kolwick, retiring the side on 3 assisted putouts. So we're going to keep it here, just here for the going into the bottom of the 6th. The Pittsfield Suns lead as the away team by a score of 3-2, facing off against the Martha's Vineyard Sharks in a continuation game of Sunday's game which was rained out with 2 outs in the top of the 5th. So you didn't get through the minimum because they were winning by a score of 3-2, which that score still holds. But speaking of other scores, why don't we go to the top professional level and go to the MLB and see what we got? And I'm sure we're going to be talking a lot about MLB today because I had a situation that happened today, but for fantasy baseball that I think you might enjoy. But I think we're going to be talking about that later on. But first, what we'll do is we'll wait for our systems to load and get past the technical difficulties, and Andrew's going to give you the MLB scores when they arrive.
Well, we've had a few games happen, including a walk-off 2-run jack blasted about 2.5 minutes ago that lifted the Houston Astros to a big 7-6 win over the Toronto Blue Jays. The Kansas City Royals just finished off a 5-4 victory in Milwaukee over the Brewers. And we had the Cincinnati Reds have a come-from-behind top of the ninth to eke out a 6-5 win over the Atlanta Braves. The Reds, surprisingly hot as of late. Also got some games going on later tonight. The Seattle Mariners visit the Baltimore Orioles. The Philadelphia Phillies host the New York Yankees once again. The Cleveland Indians try to avoid getting swept by the St. Louis Cardinals in St. Louis. Whereas we have the LA Angels taking on the Boston Red Sox down in Anaheim. For our last 2 games of the day, we have the Arizona Diamondbacks taking on the Miami Marlins. And the Detroit Tigers host the Oakland Athletics.
It's going to bring out the designated hitter number 12, Raposo. Right now, again, continuation game. Suns are the away team. Bottom of the 6th, we are currently in. Suns lead as the away team by a score of 3-2. Here is the first pitch. A check swing as that one's well high. Good eye from the designated hitter. Here is the 1-0. Just missing the inside corner, and you can see Feeney say, oh, come on, man, that was close enough. Apparently it wasn't. Again, home plate umpire is Mike Mooney. Bases umpire Frank Neves. They will flip for game 2, should it still happen. Here's the 2-0 from Feeney. That one a hot shot over to third. Good glove there from Kalumovic. Throw over to first in time.
Hit hard, but it was actually hit hard to Kalumovic's advantage over there in third, as he has plenty of time to snare this thing and make a good, accurate throw down to first, as it's hit so hard it doesn't really have any time to get down to first. An easy throw out in first base.
Now bringing out the shortstop, number 7. This is Hathaway. Hathaway's the number 6 batter. And here's the first pitch as that one's high and away for a ball, 1-0. And the next 1-0 pitch is low and in. 2 balls, no strikes. And a very interesting contest. It's very rare that this happens where the home team is the away team. Now the 2-0. That one is shot foul to the on-deck circle of the Suns side. It is 2-1. 1 man gone. This one, late strike call and the correct call. And that is now a 2-2 count with 1 man gone. This is to the shortstop, Hathaway. 2-2. Feeney has him swinging, but this one is fouled back. We'll go again from 2-2.
Not a bad defensive swing on that one, though. Covered plenty of ground. Didn't really lunge at it or have poor coordination on that one. Just a pretty bona fide defensive swing on a 2-strike count.
And he did adjust mid-swing, which is hard to see where you locate it and adjust mid-swing. He somehow made contact and fouled it off. This one, the exact same thing, but oh boy. Simeone is going to jog this one out, and we're going to be a while, possibly. I say that because that one got home plate umpire Mike Mooney square. He's going to walk this one off. Bases umpire Frank Neves coming in to check on Mooney, but I got one word for you. Ouch.
Indeed.
Matt Gedman, skipper for the Pittsfield Suns, he's going to come out. He's coming out with a cup of water. But, yeah, that one stings. Going to take a quick water break.
Looks like he'll be okay eventually. Just has to walk it off a little bit.
It is a working break. He doesn't get the full scheduled 30 minutes. And he tosses the rest aside, and I think he's ready. But yeah, that got him square, and that definitely got a piece of him. That's always going to, well, I don't want to say take the wind out of you, but more or less. More or less, I can vaguely say it. That's the best way I can vaguely say it. Count is 2 balls, 2 strikes to the shortstop, number 7, Hathaway. Feeney has a sign and winds and deals. Again, a foul ball. That one underneath the arm of hitting coach Chris Barbarata.
Not exactly fielding coach, I suppose. At least not by example.
Yeah. Give him some glove there. The pitch is low and away, and now it's the 9th pitch of the at-bat here to Gage Feeney. And now the payoff. A check swing, and he wins the battle. That one was in. The appeal, they're going to check. Did he go? No sign.
Doesn't look like they're appealing at all. Either case, a beautifully won at bat there. Took tough pitch after tough pitch, followed off a good few hard ones, and really fought and earned first base.
And that is the key phrase or key word there, earned. He definitely did. 9 pitches, battling off pitch after pitch after pitch, and then just able to pull it back on the check swing. The catcher, number 14, Spiegel, will dig in. Here's the first pitch to him. The pitch is inside for a ball, 1-0 to the catcher, Spiegel. Pickoff motion back towards first, back in safely is Spiegel. Leading off first is Hathaway, but a big cut and miss from Spiegel as he swings through it. And the count now 1 ball, 1 strike. That one was more like he chased high and away. It was just underneath the ball on the swing, it looked like. Another pickoff throw over to first. Back in safely.
Pretty fortunate he didn't make contact because that would have just been a very high pop-up.
Here's a pitch, pulling the string. There is Feeney. Cutting and missing way early on that one was Spiegel, not to his fault.
Yeah,
boy, what a pitch.
Wasn't akin to a swing we saw Fago make earlier in the game, but that was the next best thing right there that we've seen Feeney throw today.
The equivalent of an ankle breaker in basketball. Curveball just misses, and Feeney can't believe it.
50-50 ball right there.
We're like 99-1. Very, very close on that pitch. Here's the 2-2. Cut on and miss for strike 3. It only takes him 1 extra strike to gather a strikeout. That's the first strikeout today, albeit not for the game. We, again, do not have the official scoring for the first 4 2/3 half innings. Yeah, that's correct. Here's the third baseman, number 20. This is Latour. Pickoff motion back towards first again to Hathaway. Oh, beautiful curve. That
looked like it was low.
Just went low. I was waiting for a strike call, but that one apparently just missed.
Well thrown, though. Good movement, although in this case, a little bit too much movement.
Here now the 1-0. That one hot shot, and he nearly got benched. I mean that because that one was that close to getting Jay Mendez. He's the skipper for the Martha's Vineyard Sharks. Great guy to talk with, by the way, talking to him before tonight's contest. Talking about the last time he was here in Pittsfield. On a
the last 2 times, eh?
Yeah. I don't think it's going to happen for this game, at least. Here's the 1-1. That one misses inside, and now it's 2 balls, 1 strike.
Well, no, I don't suppose it could happen this game, as the Suns are, I guess, technically the away team. Always game 2, though, assuming that gets played.
There's a 2-1 breaking ball. That one drops low. 3 balls, 1 strike to Latour. As Feeney checks first, now sets from the stretch. And the pitch. That one was low away, and I have a feeling that if it was caught properly, that one was going to be a quick pitch and a balk. That one, it didn't look like he set all the way. So a walk, 2 in this inning. We'll bring up the right fielder, number 26. I believe that's Ben Dickey. Here is the first pitch to him. He's going to check his swing as that one runs a little tight for his liking, and so does home plate umpire Mike Mooney. He agrees. Pitch is inside, 1-0. Here is the next pitch. Oh, that one a little high and tight this time, a little chin music. The count is 2-0 as here comes Brandon Shalikas trying to talk with his former teammate, now his player that he's coaching, the pitching staff. Again, the last time Feeney was out, he was only pitched about 4 or 5 pitches that lasted 1/3 of an inning. Then he was pulled for what we believe was back spasms or back tightness. We cannot confirm. This is game 1, a continuation game from Sunday's suspended game between the Martha's Vineyard Sharks and the Pittsfield Suns. That was in the Vineyard. So for this game 1, it is a full 9-inning contest, and the Martha's Vineyard Sharks are the home team. 2-0. This one lifted into center field. Coming in is the center fielder. He's going to dive, and it goes past him, and the right fielder backs him up. They're going to throw in, but a run is going to come in. That's going to be an RBI single for Ben Dickey, and that one's going to tie up the ball game at 3 apiece.
A well-hit Bermuda Triangle ball right there. No one can really get to it. A good attempt on a dive from the center fielder, but not quite enough, and that's going to tie the game.
So give an RBI for Dickey, the number 9 hitter, and this will bring up the leadoff hitter, center fielder number 2. This is Nelson with runners on the corners and 2 men gone. A little 2-out hitting here. And they get the run across, the one they need to tap the ball game. Here's the pitch. Going just outside, maybe high as well. We count 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the next pitch. That one lifted a high ball going into center field. Getting under that one easily is Shade, and he's going to make the grab this time because that one's hit essentially right to him. But that is not before that the Sharks can push across a run off 1 hit. No errors and 2 men left. We now head to the top of the 7th as the ball game is all knotted up between the away Pittsfield Suns and the home Martha's Vineyard Sharks. You're listening to Pittsfield Suns Baseball on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
Exercise is hard. So is maintaining a healthy diet. Of course, neither is half as hard as dying. Sadly, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and stroke kill nearly 1 million people a year. Even sadder, most of these deaths are preventable with a few lifestyle changes, including regular activity, healthier eating, and not smoking. Talk to your doctor about your risk for type 2 diabetes and heart disease. And if your doctor recommends lifestyle changes or medication, listen. The reason so many die is because not enough are willing to change. You can stop it, starting right now. It's your life. Listen to your doctor. Eat better. Get moving. Visit checkupamerica.org or call 1-800-DIABETES. A message from the American Diabetes Association.
We now head to the top of the 7th. It'll be the number 2 hitter, the DH number 8, Drew DiMartino. He's going to see a first pitch low and in the dirt, as well as outside. The count is 1-0. And a continuated game of the Pittsfield Suns are the away team. Continuated game from Sunday night. This one lifted a high fly ball going to right, going further back near the wall, and finally making the catch there is Dickey.
Kind of an underhanded swing right there. If he got a little bit more of that, more maybe on the barrel of the bat, that probably leaves the ballpark, but unfortunately he did not, and it ends up finding a glove.
Well, Drew DiMartino has been the kryptonite in the Martha's Vineyard Sharks. Remember, he's got 2 walk-off wins against these Sharks.
You could certainly say kryptonite as far as that goes, because he's literally caused them to lose 2 games with 1 swing of the bat.
Here's Sullivan with a pitch that ended up a changeup as opposed to a curveball. That one slipped well out. You could definitely tell it slipped right out of the hands there from Ebert. The count is 1-0 to Patrick Sullivan. Here now the 1-0. That one lifted a high fly ball going in the right center field. That one's going to drop and go into the power alley, and that one's going to travel all the way to the wall. Will they test it? They will not. I think Sullivan might have had a triple if he tested it.
No, I don't think he would have had a triple, because based on what we've seen from Sullivan this series, not the fastest of base runners, and they already had it around shallow center by the time he reached the bag. I definitely commend the decision to hold him up at second. Although, with that being said, if that was someone along the lines of Chad Shade or Alexander White, that's a triple all day. Still a well-hit ball into the power alley.
That was definitely a no-doubt double. It's going to bring up the second baseman, number 39, Ivan Nunez.
With an early RBI opportunity.
It's late.
I suppose you're right. Yes. Still getting used to that.
Yes. Good block there from the catcher there, Spiegel, as the pitch was low and away. Good slide block, NHL style. One man gone, 1 man on. Sullivan sits at second as the go-ahead run. Ebert checks and fires. Rips shot foul, and that one gets into the stands just barely on a line shot, and then goes back towards the bottom of it.
Lots and lots and lots of hard-hit balls off of him this inning. That's a sign that as a pitcher, you're being a little bit too predictable. Might want to try to change up your location, or maybe even, no pun intended, throw him a curveball.
I appreciate that non-intended pun. A step off here from Ebert.
Kind of like gives him the shoe to Sullivan over at second. It's like he's daring him to steal third or something.
A pickoff move, and nearly slipping there was Ebert. He nearly balked, but he did trip himself on purpose in order to get his foot off of the rubber.
I was going to say, like, ooh, boy, watch that.
Yeah, we know having a little too much fun out there.
We know that Ebert was in some ways as well, almost.
Here's a next pitch, and it's outside.
Changing up the location on him there, but of course not even close to the strike zone.
Here's the next pitch, hits him. That one just ran in, and that's the second time that has happened.
Taking him out of the zone on that last pitch, and then totally changing up with that with the second pitch after that, but obviously to no effect whatsoever, plunking him and putting another runner on base.
So bring up left fielder number 20, Dave Matthews. Now to begin this contest, Dave Matthews was at second. with 2 men gone. He was the only runner in. And are they going to pull him?
They do have a guy up and warming. They might pull him.
This is going to be a stall tactic. We'll figure things out and see if that is the case.
In any case, it would seem like this might be a last inning.
Again, we don't know what the pitch counts are, anything of the sort, due to a corruption of the previous file. We'll get this game try to get this game finalized in no time.
I suppose that begs an interesting question. Of course, this is a continuation game of a game that happened days ago. So if a pitcher threw, say, 40 pitches in
his pitches still count.
There you go.
Towards today.
Interesting.
This is the left fielder, Dave Matthews. Runners on first and second, only 1 man gone, and here's the pitch. That one's in the dirt away for a ball. The count here is 1-0. Abert looking like he has a short leash out there. Check second. Again. And the pitch. Again outside. And now it's 2-0.
Things getting a little bit dangerous for him with just 1 away. 2-0 to Dave Matthews.
Middle infield is at double play depth. Third baseman pretty much straight away. First baseman is in. That being Fago. Here's a 2-0. That one, the catcher Spiegel pulling that one in, and home plate umpire Mike Mooney falling for the bait. It's a called strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch was on the right-handed batter's inside chalk line. Pulls it back in, that being Spiegel. It's a called strike. Big cut and miss there from Matthews, who was expecting low in. It was low away. Now it's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 men on, 1 man gone. Suns are tied up with the home team visiting at 3 apiece. Here is a 2-2 from Ebert. This one in on the hands, and that one going towards the shortstop. A throw over to third, no play over at first, and a smart move there from Hathaway, getting the lead runner, and now 2 men gone.
A great play from Hathaway as well. Initially, at least if Matthews had hit this one a little bit harder, we might be talking about a double play, but Hathaway's smart enough to recognize it's just a slow dribbler, no chance at a double play, so he instead benefits his team by taking up the lead runner.
Dylan Faircloth, he led off this continuation with a fly out to center field, so at least for today, he is 0 for 1. Again, we don't know the full extent of the first 4 2/3 half inning. That one's lifted a high way into deep left center field. However, the center fielder Nelson is there, and he will make the grab, another fly out to center, and that is going to end the inning. In the inning, no runs off 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left. We head now. It's stretch time. Here at Wahconah Park, we'll see stretch time again at inning 5. That would be, of course, midway through the 5th. But this is technically stretch time here at Wahconah Park, as it's a tie ball game between the Sharks and the Suns at 3 apiece. You're listening to Pittsfield Suns Baseball on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
Attention Suns fans, it's time for the 7th inning stretch.
So we're going to begin this inning with the left fielder number 10, Colin Shapiro. He hit a single in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the first pitch. That one's fouled back. And I'm starting to feel some rain come in with the breeze, at least.
It is very, very, very lightly drizzling right now. But we're probably going to get hit harder later in the night.
Again, we're just hoping to get through this one game as a definite. I mean, I hope we can get through 2, but it's looking worse and worse as the time comes. Pitch well outside.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Billy, but even if right now it just started raining cats and dogs and like clearly unplayable, but I believe we played enough for this ball game to be called final if that were to happen. Although
the pitch hit the jersey there, Shapiro, and he's going to see first base.
Although it is a tie game, so
it would be
too bad, I guess.
The game would be lost at that. Oh no, it would go down as a tie. If we couldn't make it up, I believe we would have to.
Well, a tie in baseball. I haven't seen a tie in baseball, I don't believe.
Well, I'll tell you this. There's definitely no crying in baseball. Okay, never mind.
Nice.
Second baseman, number 21, Tate Colwick. He popped out to short back in the 5th. Runner on first goes as this one's bunted towards third. Kalumovic throws over to first in time. And no one's covering third, and now Kalumovic finally realizes that. I was waiting for him to move.
A good bunt laid down there, easily advancing a man over to second.
So a sac bunt that will go 5-3, advancing the runner over to second. It's going to bring up Eric Fago. First pitch is low for a ball. 1-0 to Fago.
I don't blame him for getting him with a pitch like that after we saw him last time up at the plate.
This one is fouled off and goes all the way back to the pitcher. So a ball, a strike. One man gone, a man on second. Here's the next pitch, a late swinger from Fago, who has not been having a great day at the plate. Remember, he got his ankles broken on a swing and miss.
Not just his ankles, his entire leg got demolished on that swing, I believe you're alluding to.
1-2 count. Here's a pitch. Caught on and missed, and that'll go down for strike 3. Fago goes down, not liking the pitch he swung at.
What a miserable swing right there as he kind of just lunged it. The thing, it was way outside. Not a chance it would get called a strike, but he kind of just lunged at it, kind of flopping like a fish, if you will. Just a really poor sequence of swings from Fago as he goes down by way of K. Jeez, Gage Feeney. Speaking of kryptonite.
Well, that one is chopped on the air foul, and that one's going to go well out of play. One is the count. Here's Feeney behind him. They've been having issues, both Ebert and Feeney, all day with pitches to the right-handed batters, let alone to the right-handed batted side.
Yeah, that one, needless to say, Feeney let that one slip away, but that was actually so far inside it was behind him, and it didn't, I guess it didn't plunk him. I thought for a moment there it did, but I guess it was just
missed him.
So ridiculously tight that it went behind him without plunking him.
So tight it loosened up. Pitch off the glove of the catcher. They're going to test it, and now they're going to go back. No throw. Now there's a throw, and the tag is applied, and they got him. Hung up to dry. Shapiro with a base-running blunder of the day. He was caught with his hand in the cookie jar, and it was Severino Simeone for his 21st birthday. That was nearly a pass ball. He's able to corral it, and that one's ultimately going to go down as a pickoff 2-5. Wow.
See that every day?
No, you don't. So the pitch was registered as a ball outside. That was a very awkward sequence of events. Well, that's going to end the inning. We're going to keep it here. It looks like there's a new pitcher in the ball game. I believe that is number 27. That's Chance Huff, the 6'4", 210-pounder out of Vanderbilt University, out of Niceville, Florida.
Yep, that would in fact be him. And he has appeared in just 2 games so far, and in that, pretty straightforward. Hurled 2 innings, gave up a hit with 2 walks and 3 strikeouts, and largely looking to fill up the rest of his stat sheet here. In addition to providing the Sharks with some more quality innings.
Home plate umpire Mike Mooney letting us know, hey, there's a new pitcher. Yeah, well, we see the long, lengthy fella. That is Chance Huff. Again, he's 6'4", 210 pounds. That's pretty tall and lengthy. I wouldn't say he's quite Randy Johnson, but he's tall and skinny. Going to be the bottom third of the order. Shortstop, Brian McHale. Third baseman, Jack Kalumovic. And then the catcher, Severino Simeone. So Brandon Ebert is going to finish his outing again. We're not going to have any official lines for pitching, except for relievers that come in, well, at any point now. It's a first pitch to McHale. That one is low and in to McHale. The count here is 1-0. Here's the windup from Huff and the pitch. That one in on the hands, going down the third base line. Third baseman elects to grab it, throws over to first, but it's not in time.
It was never going to go foul. It was kind of teetering the line, but it was never going to actually go foul, and I think he realized this just a little bit too late.
That's going to go down as an infield single to third base. Bring up the third baseman, left-handed hitting number 1, Jack Kalumovic. And now they're going to converge here. I think Frank Nevis is saying that it might have been a foul ball.
There was no way it was, though. It was very noticeably in fair territory.
I'm thinking off the fouled off of the batter going into fair territory. But I think the speed, velocity, and the spin of the speed, velocity, and spin of the ball, the way it contorted down the third base line, I don't think there's a way physically possible that was off the batter. And they realize that, and it is rolled a single there for McHale. Jack Kalumovic grounded out to second back in the 6th. Here's Huff with the first pitch. Pitch is outside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Again, this is a continuation game of Sunday's game against the Martha's Vineyard Sharks at the Shark Tank. Of course, with that being held, this is the last time the Sharks will see the Suns this season. Suns are the away team for Game 1. Sharks are the home team for Game 1. It is a full 9-inning game as a continuation. Here's the pitch. 1-0, big fastball, big cut and miss there from Kalumovic. That one got up there well over 90 miles an hour there from Huff. That's a definite.
Yes. Big, tall dude throwing some big, scary fastballs. Got quite the arm.
Huff has a sign. Eyeballing first. The runner goes. The pitch. Swung on a miss for a strike. Throw over to second, and they got him. Good throw over to second there from Spiegel.
A beautiful throw and beautiful fielding as well. That was just a great sequence of events to get him over there at second. An attempted hit and run goes almost about as poorly as it possibly could have there for the Suns.
Go down as a stealing 2-6, and now the bases are now cleared, albeit one base, but still. It'll be a 1-2 count for Kalumovic as well. And now Spiegel's talking out there with Huff. One-two count. Huff from now the windup. Here's the pitch. That one is low and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. With the nod, Huff has a sign. Gathers. Fires. And the pitch was low. Oops. Looks like the PA had a little bit of a botch themselves. It's full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes to Jack Kalumovic. I want a hot shot, but this one's going right to the second baseman, Coolwick, and throw over to first in time, 2 men gone.
I'm not really sure why the contact wasn't harder. It looked like it was right there at the bat. A good time on the swing. I don't think he really actually expected to hit that thing. He might not have really put his all into that swing. I'm not really sure why that didn't even leave the infield.
This will be the catcher, number 19, Severino Simeone. Again, happy 21st birthday there, Sevy. 2 men gone. He's the number 9 hitter, and he sees the first pitch. That is a called strike, low and away, 0-1.
And a doubleheader for your birthday.
Good quote from Ernie Banks. Here's the 0-1. Oh, big cut of miss there as he tried to drive that one and retake the lead. However, that's a miss. 0-2.
That was a golf club-esque swing right there. 4.
Oh, that one is going to have
4 runs.
Yeah, 4 is what he was trying to put up on the scoreboard.
Exactly.
That one, he's not going to do it. That one breaks his bat, and a rare 1 assisted will end the inning.
Wow.
You can see the legs there of Huff.
Putting on the legs. Jeez.
So we'll go down 1 unassisted. And that will bring up, again, it's very hard seeing the Suns as the away team. You'll have to excuse me. Bring up the bottom of the 8th. Again, my apologies. It's going to be a new pitcher in the ball game for the Pittsfield Suns. We'll get to who that is when we come back here on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
Give yourself the gift of a comfortable retirement by setting some cash aside for yourself. Saving a little of your monthly income can be as affordable as the average holiday gift. If retirement is near, you'll want to start saving right away. If you're younger, begin saving now, and compound interest will help your retirement fund snowball. A great way to figure out how much you'll need to save for retirement is to learn how much you'll get from Social Security. Do that in minutes at www.socialsecurity.gov/estimator.
Do you suffer from the heartbreak of brain rot, feeling bored, sluggish, listless, not had a new idea in days? Using electronic gizmos without a clue why they work? Now there's help. Ham Radio, guaranteed to stimulate your corroding neurons and open a whole new world of excitement. To learn more about ham radio, go to helloradio.org.
Side effects of ham radio usage include mental stimulation, desire for education, new career paths, understanding of technology, and cases of addiction have been reported. If you experience any of these symptoms, you're welcome.
Ham Radio. It's not your granddaddy's radio anymore.
Did you know that every 2 seconds someone in America needs blood? Dr. Phil here, and I'd like to encourage you to donate blood through the American Red Cross. If you've never given before, now's a great time to start. If you've given before, do it again. It only takes about an hour, and your donation could make a life-saving difference. So contact the American Red Cross today. To make an appointment, call 1-800-GIVE-LIFE or visit givelife.org today. Thank you.
New pitch for the ballgame for the Suns. Looks like it's going to be Mike Noki. Noki, the informal and unofficial long reliever out of the bullpen, will be appearing in his 9th game this season and has pitched 12 in the 3rd innings, giving up 13 hits, 6 runs, 5 of them earned, walking 7 with 9 strikeouts, has a win and 2 saves with a pretty solid 3.64 ERA. And that will do it for Gage Feeney's outing today. Of course, we don't have official stats for Feeney, but, well, hopefully we can access those.
I believe his line is official as of right now because he did not come in. Rogers, I believe, pitched the first full 4 innings. And then in the continuation, as it started, going to the bottom of the 5th, that is when Feeney came in. Either way, Feeney right now is going to be set with a no decision. It's easy to say. Here's the DH number 12, Nick Raposo. He sees that first pitch. He check swings. He was about to send that one for a ride, but decides not to. But it's a called strike, 0-1.
A pitch he could have done some damage with.
The 0-1, that one a high fly ball going out to center field. Underneath that one is Shade, and he will make the catch. You're listening to Pittsfield Suns Baseball on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network. Here at Paul Dowd Field at Wahconah Park in Pittsfield, Massachusetts. Billy Mado alongside Andrew Belargin. This is a doubleheader. Game 1 is a continuation of Sunday, June 24th game against the Martha's Vineyard Sharks in Martha's Vineyard. So they are the home team. The Pittsfield Suns are the away team, a continuation game. It's a full 5-9 innings as this one's a rocket shot going to right field. Going back is the right fielder, and he robs him of a homer. He made the catch. He made the catch.
What?
The right fielder, Dylan Faircloth, jumps over the wall and robs Kellen Hathaway of a home run that would have seen the Sharks take the lead, and he breaks the wall. My goodness, what a play.
Get that man a medal. What a beautiful defensive play and right. This ball carried a long way. It wasn't hit very hard, but it was right there for Faircloth to make the play. That's not an easy play to make. And he kind of, not Alexander White-esque, but he kind of obliterated the wall over there.
No, right. He definitely broke the wall. He didn't obliterate it, but he broke it. Noki's pointing out there to Faircloth with good intentions because that saved the go-ahead run.
Let's go.
Catcher number 14, Josh Spiegel will dig in, try to recollect the Sharks because the momentum is all on the Suns side right now.
After a play like that, you bet.
That one a cut and miss as he swung with a planted left foot, but he retracted his right foot. Swing and miss 0-1. Reminded me of who did that and didn't lift with his lead foot. He lifted with that. Sean Casey. Yes.
Yes.
Pitch. That one's inside for a ball. 1 strike. I don't know why in the world I thought Sean Casey, but I did.
It's a unique style.
1-1. That one cut on and missed.
He's not doing it on that one there.
No. No.
Might have just been, I don't know, slip up.
Trying to readjust mid-swing, I'm sure. Said readjust. A ball, 2 strikes, 2 gone. Noki with the pitch. Curveball. That one misses low for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 gone for Noki. Again, this is the bottom of the 8th and a full 9-inning contest. This being, of course, game 1. A continuation game of Sunday's game as the Suns visited the Sharks. 2-2. Count on a miss for strike 3. That one's going to end the inning as the tag is applied. So that's going to end the inning. Going to the top of the ninth, it is a tie ball game thanks to one man and one man only. Dylan Faircloth, as the whole dugout is coming out to congratulate Faircloth with an absolutely phenomenal play and one of the plays of the year here at Wahconah Park. We'll be right back with more Pittsfield Suns baseball as they are tied up with the Martha's Vineyard Sharks, headed to the ninth by a score of 3-3. Right here at the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
Salagadoola, metricaboola, bibbidi-bobbidi-boo.
You must be your fairy godmother. Yes.
It doesn't take a fairy godmother to tell you that the right fit means everything.
Good heavens, child. You can't go in that.
Children under 4'9" need to be in a booster seat because they aren't ready for adult safety belts alone. Many parents miss the important step of booster seats.
Maybe you better explain things to him.
Booster seats raise your child up so that a safety belt designed for adults will fit and protect them properly.
Oh, that does make a difference.
Remember that 4'9" is the magic number, and get your little pumpkin there safely in a booster seat.
Hop in, my dear. Oh, thank you.
And like Cinderella, you can live happily ever after.
It's like a dream. A wonderful dream come true.
For more information, visit boosterseat.gov. This has been a message from the U.S. Department of Transportation and the Ad Council.
It's a battle of number 27 on the mound between Mike Noki, the reliever, and also the reliever, Chance Huff. And the lengthy Chance Huff is going to be digging.
It's also June 27th today as well.
Oh, yes, it is. Good point, Andrew. Chad Shade will lead things off, but Drew DiMartino is going to be the on-deck man batting second this inning, and he, again, in the ninth, has been the kryptonite of the Martha's Vineyard Sharks all season long here at Wahconah Park.
Oh, boy.
We'll see what happens.
The flashbacks.
This one has a hot shot going into center. That one's going to jump for a base hit. Flashbacks indeed, Andrew.
Oh, boy, here we go. Drew DiMartino coming up with the go. Well, it's not game-winning, but it's the go-ahead run
it
on
still
base.
Counts.
Yes. I guess. Oh, boy.
Watch Shade on first.
That Martha's Vineyard dugout's got to be thinking of it themselves. You got to be kidding me. Not this again. Of course, it can't be a walk-off this time because of the odd situation we find ourselves in where Wahconah Park, the Suns are not the home team, but it's a similar idea.
Let's see what the Suns elect to do with Shade on first, who is by far one of the speedier base runners.
Oh, they almost got him at first. They're not. They know what's up.
Don't be surprised if they do 5 straight throws over to first.
Yeah, I would. Oh, they're going to be keeping their eyes on him at first. I would just about bet my house he tries to eventually steal. He's taking a huge lead over there first.
He does go. I knew that right off the bat. Pitch is low, throw over to second. Of course, that's not in time. Even if the throw was on.
No.
If it was on line and cut, he was still in there because you knew he was going from the minute he jerked off to the just jerked right out to the side there, and he was foot planted, moved right over towards second. You knew he was going to be right off the bat with that. And now, of course, another scenario with Chad Shade over on second. Drew DiMartino at the plate. The pitch was low. It's 1-0.
At this point, you got to think, like maybe they think about just giving him the bag or something.
We'll see what happens.
I don't think they're going to do that, but given recent history, it might not be a bad idea.
Here's the pitch. That one, chopper towards third, looking him back. Throw over to first in time. So for the first time in quite a while in the ninth, Drew DiMartino doesn't do much there, but he does help the runner advance over to second by being at the plate. That's reaching.
Yes, it is. Well, yeah, I guess you can't win them all.
It's a first baseman number 38, Patrick Sullivan. He had a double into the power alley in right center field his last time up. Check on second there from Huff. Another check. The runner goes. The pitch is low. The throw over to third. It's not in time.
Wow. I mean, the throw was very offline, but even if it was on, I don't think they were going to get him at third. And boy, they were really taking advantage of Chad Shade's wheels.
A hit in the outfield now is going to score him.
Stealing all the way from first to third. Man.
And now here's the corner infield coming in.
I don't blame them.
They're going to play it at home.
Of course they are.
Middle infielders, however, essentially look like they're at double play depth.
Got to get a fly ball here.
Pitch is high for a ball.
Although they could also pitch him quite carefully with an open base at first. Wouldn't be the end of the world to lose him here.
But to go to get up against the cleanup hitter is a tall task at that.
That is certainly true. That might be why they would hesitate to try to do that.
Pitch is low, 3-0.
Well, if there's ever an instance where maybe you think about yellow lighting a 3-0, maybe this is it right here.
The magical Madewellini predicts no swing.
Madewellini.
I can't say Madewell-Dini. It makes no sense. There's no
neither
D
of
in
them
my
makes
last
sense.
name.
No, neither of them make sense. They're just both bad. I'm sorry.
Chance Huff has a 3-0 count. And the pitch. Low. Walks him. They went at him. But missed every pitch.
Didn't really look like they went at him. They didn't really give him anything much to hit. They went high. They went low. And then on the last one, they went really tight. They didn't really give him anything to hit. So if they were going at him, then, well, they need to kind of reevaluate how you go at them.
Now the middle infield is going to be a double play depth. They're going to try to get out of this inning unscathed, going to the bottom of the ninth with a tie ball game. This is clutch time here for the Suns with one out. Runners on the corners. Ivan Nunez, who was hit by pitches last time up. Patrick Sullivan sits over on first, taking a pretty large lead for Sullivan. Here's the pitch. A check swing going to the pitcher. He has nowhere to throw it, so he throws over to first instead of going to second.
That was a miscue over there at the mound, and I guess the pitchers aren't really particularly, I don't know, used to fielding it, but he had that out all day at second. That would have been an easy double play, but a bit of a miscue there at the mound. They only get one out, so still the rally is not over yet.
It's up to the left fielder, number 20, Dave Matthews. With two men gone, there's a runner on second and third, two runners in scoring position. Dylan Faircloth is also on deck. Here's the pitch. It's in there, called strike, 0-1.
Really good pitch there, going inside. We've seen Matthews struggle to hit the ball in that neck of the woods. Good first pitch to throw him.
Huff checks second, now sets from the stretch. Checks third, second, home, 0-1. A check swing. And it looks like it was ruled that he did make contact, so now it's 0-2. And now Huff is in the driver's seat with an 0-2 count, but one bad turn, and he's going to turn and roll the car over. No balls,
more like
two
he's going to get carjacked.
In the bottom, or excuse me, in the ninth again by the Suns.
Like being in Wahconah Park, it's not the bottom of the ninth. Still getting used to that.
Still. Huff, third, second, home checks. Now the 0-2. Swung on, foul back. Will go again, 0-2. The rain's starting to come down.
Don't get used to that. We're going to get hit tonight, one way or another.
Huff will step off of the rubber. Excuse me. Yes, he will. Huge gap between first and second, by the way. For the lefty, Matthews. Now time is called. Now the catcher, Spiegel and Huff, they're going to talk things over. They just don't have a game plan that they can come to the same page on.
A critical moment like this, you got to be on the same page.
The go-ahead run, Chad Shade sits on third. A hit scores him. Huff, the 0-2. Curveball outside. Good eye there from Matthews.
A good weights pitch at that, trying to get him off speed to chase. And as you said, Billy, a good eye from Matthews to hold up on it.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 men on, 2 gone, and the deuce is wild. Could not come at a more critical moment. Huff. The pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. That is a big moment there for the visiting home team, Martha's Vineyard Sharks. We head to the bottom of the 9th where a very rare occurrence may be moments away. We'll find out. Bottom of the 9th upcoming. Martha's Vineyard Sharks and the Pittsfield Suns tied at 3 runs apiece. You're listening to Pittsfield Suns Baseball on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
Check it out, it's the Terminator. Hey, when'd you get back, huh?
Did you have to shoot anyone? Why are you so distant? Are you not happy to see me?
So what's the deal? You gonna get a job now or what?
Why are you being so jumpy? Put all that stuff behind you, okay?
No one knows what it's like to come back from Iraq or Afghanistan unless they were there. Join other veterans at communityofveterans.org because we know where you're coming from. Brought to you by Iraq and Afghanistan Veterans of America and the Ad Council.
At the American Lung Association, we're fighting for a day when we can all breathe easier. We're fighting for clear skies of every city and healthy lungs throughout the country. We're fighting to free millions of Americans from the addictive grip of tobacco and the devastating effects of lung disease. The American Lung Association isn't just fighting for air, we're fighting for all the things that make it worth breathing, and we can use your help. See what you can do at fightingforair.org.
Bottom of the 9th, rare occurrence, maybe minutes away. Suns trying to prevent that from happening. Third baseman number 20, Maverick Latour, walked back in the 6th. And for right now with this continuation game, that is all the information that we have. Again, we continue this ball game. The top of the 5th with 2 men gone, runner on second. Suns led at that point 3-2. First pitch to Latour is called strike. An RBI single by Ben Dickey in the bottom of the 6th. Tied it up at 3 runs apiece. Sent nothing. The 0-1. Breaking ball. Called strike and a beautiful slow pitch there from Noki. I believe that was a changeup. I didn't see any curve to it.
That is
count is 0-2.
Noki looking fresh, even though he didn't just come out of the pen. He's firing on all cylinders right now.
0-2. Just misses low.
I was waiting on a called strike 3 on that one.
The 1-2. Hot shot down third base line, but it is foul ball.
It just skipped down the line a little bit off to the left, ever so slightly.
It was in fair territory with 1 bounce, and then to the left of the third base bag, bounced a second just past it. Very close. Obviously would have been extra bases. We go again from a 1-2 set. One, 2. Bounces in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Martha's Vineyard dugout has left. They have gone now to the dugout. They think that they have all the confidence to win this ball game right here and right now, the 2-2. That one cut on a miss, but it goes back to the backstop, and going to first on a strikeout is Maverick Latour, who represents the game-winning run.
It's going to be awfully frustrating for Noki. He pitched him very, very well, and then ultimately ends up losing him on first, despite actually striking him out.
And now there's going to be a pinch runner here, and that is a speedy runner for Martha's Vineyard Sharks. That's Matt Chamberlain. Ben Dickey digs in.
Chamberlain leading the team by far with 13 stolen bases in the season. Definitely a runner to look out for in a tight moment like this.
Another pickoff move back to first. They're going to take an extra special look over there. A bunt on the first base line, and it's a beauty. A throw over to first, and there's an out.
Beautiful bunt, as you said, Billy, putting the winning run in scoring position with someone as fast as Matt Chamberlain. Great bunt right there.
The winning run is in scoring position. That is now Matt Chamberlain. That'll go 1-3 for the sacrifice bunt. Advancing to second is Chamberlain. And it looks like they're going to intentionally pass Kai Nelson.
A good call, putting a runner at first, giving you a ground ball to maybe end the inning.
Left fielder number 10, Colin Shapiro, will dig in. A single in the fifth, a walk in the seventh. However, he was picked off at third. So let's see what happens here. A step off from Noki. A ground ball gets the Suns out of danger. Here's the pitch. That's low to Shapiro, 1-0. Everyone on the Martha's Vineyard dugout is standing on the lip of the dugout. Here's the 1-0. Low for a ball. 2-0.
Oh boy, a 2-0 count. Really got to get back on track and pound the zone. Of course, you can't give him anything too comfortable. You can't pitch around him anymore.
Now a step-off motion back towards second with the delivery. Motions back towards second. Here's a 2-0. This one going up the middle. Shortstop dives and stops it. Throw over to second. Save! Ooh. He's ruled safe, and he had the throw over to second.
Oh, that is unfortunate. It looked close, but it looked like they should have got at least one out on the play. Unfortunately, all for naught. Still, I mean, really, the situation isn't that much different, although now a fly ball will win the game. But you still find yourself in a position where you can get out of it with a ground ball.
Here comes Matt Gedman. He's going to talk with everyone, and the play is going to be at home. They're going to have the whole infield come in, and the whole outfield is going to be pushed in as well, because if a ball's hit over their heads, the run's going to score no matter what.
Yes. Frankly, if a ball is hit in the outfield in general, it's going to win the game. Can we bring the outfield into the infield or something?
Tate Colwick.
There's a couple of greyhounds at second and third, Billy. No,
the only one you're worried about right now is the man on third, and that's Matt Chamberlain. He's the game-winning run. There's nowhere else. Nothing else that matters right now. He is the game-winning run. They're going to play for a double play, and the corner infielders are going to be in playing for home plate. Noki with a pitch. Ooh. Big cut and miss there from Colwick.
A ground ball would be great, but really if you can get the second out on the board, and things get a lot easier, as then a fly ball isn't going to end the game.
Here's the 0-1. Another full swing. It is now 0-2.
What a miserable swing. Like, really, you're in an 0-1 count with the bases loaded in your bottom of the ninth, and your swing is like that? Jeez.
The count is 0-2, and the bases are loaded in the bottom of the ninth, with the Martha's Vineyard Sharks representing the home team in this game. On third is Matt Chamberlain. On second, Nelson. On first, Shapiro. Colwick sees the 0-2, low and away. Good hold off there from the second baseman.
It looked like it took every fiber in his being to not swing at that one, but that was really just a pitch that had no chance of hitting the zone. So really, if you give him anything even close, he might hack at it. It's been a rough day for Fago.
1-2, called strike three, and they ring him up. Now 2 men gone. That is a huge strikeout.
What a miserable day for Fago. Getting too aggressive, swinging, and excuse me. I meant, well, it's been a miserable day for Fago, and he can turn that around right now.
Colwick down by strikes, and here's the first baseman, number 41, Eric Fago. He got his ankles broke with a swing, and he tied himself out, nearly fell. Struck out swinging in the 7th, but a big moment to redeem himself. First pitch in there, called strike, 0-1. The 0-1 swung on, fouled off, and a big pitch upcoming. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 men gone, bottom of the ninth. It is tied 3-3. The winning run, represented by Matt Chamberlain, the pinch runner, is over on third. Anything that puts Fago over to first safely will end the game. Noki from the stretch. The 0-2. Swung on, a slow grounder headed towards third. Charging the third baseman, throw over to first, not in time. That one is going to be an infield squib single and a game winner for Eric Fago.
Wow.
Of all hits from the big guy, it is a short, slow one.
How, I don't know, insulting it is to get walked off on your own field. That stings.
That does sting indeed. Suns drop this one by a final score of 4-3 on a walk-off infield single by Eric Fago.
Jeez, that's a brutal way to end the ball game.
So that will do it for game one. Suns get walked off on their own home field for the first time in franchise history. That will end game one. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take you right into the Pittsfield Suns postgame show. This ball game, the continuation started in the top of the fifth with 2 men gone, a runner on second. The only 2 runs that would come in after the continuation would be an RBI single by Ben Dickey in the 6th, and then the walk-off RBI infield single by Eric Fago. And you just heard it over the PA announcement. Game 2, a 7-inning contest is going to take place in 30 minutes, going to be scheduled for roughly 7 o'clock. So what we are going to do is we are actually going to take a break ourselves by ending this broadcast. And then at roughly about 6:45, we'll be back for Game 2. So again, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have the pregame set for 6:45. First pitch scheduled for 7 o'clock. And Game 2, which is a 7-inning contest. Thank you very much for listening. And we'll talk to you all in just under a half hour.